morning, students. Today we will start with another topic, that is the orthographic projection. We have ended with the geometrical construction. Now we will start with another topic. It is projection. Why we call it projection? There is a thing. Everything that we see in the nature, everything that we can be seen is actually a projection. You watch a movie, that is a projection. You are normally watching me or yourself in the mirror, that is also a projection. Why so? Because light rays from an object are reflected back to your eyes, and in back of the eye there is the retina, the screen. There the object is formed. Now in your retina the thing happens in a bit different way. That is, you have an object like this, and you have your eye, and the retina is somewhere here. Now what happens? The light rays from the object will travel through this. There is a convex lens within your eye, and light rays from the object will cross this convex lens, and as it crosses, it gets inverted. And what comes out of it is an inverted image. So what we are all seeing is an inverted image. Is it? No. Why? Because nerve receptors from here, while leading this image information from here to your brain, it re-inverts the object and makes an actual representation of the object, which gets transmitted to your brain. Suppose this is your brain, and the image formed there is again the actual one, the straight one. Okay? But the image formed initially in the retina is actually an inverted one. Okay? Similarly, the pictures which we see in movie theaters, movie halls, these are also projected on a screen. It is similar like projecting a torch on a wall. Okay. Suppose you are projecting a torch and you are making some figures with your hand, such that there is a shadow imprint of your hand on the wall. That is a projection. So, everything that we see is basically projection. Now, first type of projection which we try to understand or learn is orthographic projection. Orthographic projection is a type of parallel projection. Now, coming back to parallel projection, because I have told that orthographic projection is a type of parallel projection. What do I mean by parallel projection? In parallel projection, we assume that the light rays which are emanating from an object are parallel to each other, such that when they are incident upon a screen, they are perpendicular to the screen and parallel to each other. That is a parallel projection. Orthographic projection is a type of projection, parallel projection, where these lines, the lines of projection are rays of projection are parallel to each other and orthogonal to the screen. Orthogonal means 90 degree. Ortho is in Greek, ortho means 90 degree. So orthogonal to the screen, that is perpendicular to the screen. There are two basic assumptions in orthographic projection. What are these assumptions? First of all, the assumption is that the object and the viewer, the object and the observer are at infinite distance to each other. First assumption is the object and the observer or the viewer, or I can say the screen of projection, the screen of projection, the screen of projection or the eye of the viewer or observer and the object are at infinite distance to each other. First point. Second assumption is that because they are infinitely away from each other, the lines of projection are parallel to each other. Though in practical, in real life, these lines of projection are never parallel to each other. They are always in some angle. So that when we see the world, we never see orthographic projection. We always see the things in perspective, such that things nearer to my eyes are larger, things away from my eyes are smaller, such that you can see an object as big as an elephant and as small as an ant together in the same frame. However, their sizes may vary. If the ant is very close to your eye, you will see ant larger than the elephant. However, in reality, the elephant is much more larger than the ant. However, you may have seen two railway lines or two sides or edges of the road. A straight road or a straight railway line, they are going and they are merging together at a point. Do they ever merge? The answer would be no. But it appears to be merging. The distance gets diminished, the size gets diminished to a point where the object vanishes. It is the vanishing point where it diminishes to. That is, we are seeing things in perspective. Things nearer to us are larger, away from us are smaller, and they go on getting smaller until they vanish. But in reality, that is perspective. In theoretical, we are carrying first concept in orthographic projection. Here, we are thinking that the observer and the object are infinitely distant from one another, and the lines of projection, because of this distance, the lines tend to be parallel to each other. So what happens? We can represent, in orthographic projection, we can represent three-dimensional object in two dimensions, and that is the basic aim of orthographic projection. Representation of three-dimensional object into two dimensions, so that the drawing, so that the object becomes much more understandable, much more legible for a common person. Okay, now this is the basic of orthographic projection. And, now, having said that, the concept of orthographic projection, now I will be introducing you to another concept, that is the concept of planes, the concept of reference plane. Now, where from plane comes into the picture? See, whenever you are going to project something, there must be a screen. So, you will be taking the projection, that is like suppose when you are taking a photograph. So where are you taking the photograph? It is upon a screen. When are you projecting? When you are projecting a movie, suppose you are. Now, having said that, the orthographic basic concept of orthographic projection, so we will be now moving to another important concept in the formation of orthographic projection, that is opening up of the planes. Now, by planes, here I mean the reference planes. Now, where from the reference plane come into the picture? Now, first let us see, wherever the image is getting formed, how it is getting formed, as I told you, light rays from the object are getting reflected to a screen in our eye, which is known as retina, and the image is getting formed in the retina. Similarly, if you see this, if you are seeing or watching a movie in a theater, there is a screen upon which the movie is getting projected. Suppose you play the movie on your laptop or on your mobile, you see the image on a screen. What is that screen basically? That screen is basically a plane surface, a plane. So here also we have reference plane upon which the object's image is formed. Now, if we come to the reference plane, before coming to reference plane, let us first recapitulate our knowledge about this quadrant geometry and see this. Can anybody say, oh, sorry. So what is this? This is a quadrant. As we know in coordinate geometry, this is the quadrant. Now if you know, this is point 0, 0. And this side we have the x-axis. This is the x-axis. And this is the y-dash axis. This is the quadrant. Now we can name the quadrant as first. Then we have the quadrant as second. This is the third. And this one is the fourth quadrant. Now, if you consider three-dimensional coordinate geometry, that is 3D coordinate geometry, there is presence of one more axis. That is, you have this one, which is known as the z-dash axis. Okay? The direct transformation of this can be considered as this image. This is the planes to reference plane. You have the xy plane and you have the xz plane. Okay? You have, sorry, this is the yz plane, this is the z axis, this is the y axis, you have the yz plane and you have the xz plane. Both intersecting each other at 90 degree. As in this quadrant, both intersecting each other at 90 degree. So you have here, this is the quadrant planes. Now what happens? The image, when you are taking the orthographic projection, the image is kept here. Suppose this is the image. It is kept here. And what we do, we always, the observer, we as the observer are stationed here. Somewhere here as well as here. Such that if you have to take a picture of this object, you will look at the object from this direction and from this direction. We are always stationed on the first quadrant, that is the positive quadrant, because as physical figure we cannot go to the negative side. Okay, it is nothing like positive, negativity, nothing like that, not of morality. But the thing is that we as physical figure, we cannot be negative integer. Negative में नहीं जा सकते, हमको positive ही रहना है. ठीक है? So we are always located in the first quadrant. We are looking at the image from the first quadrant always. ऊपर से ही देख रहे हैं, ऊपर से और front से. All the images we see here. ठीक है? Now the object is located here. We are looking from the top and from here. From here when we look, so the object gets formed in this plane somewhere here. ठीक है? And from the top when we see, we may see the object getting formed here. Like this. Now the question is, can all the drawing be so cumbersome? When we have to take an image, we have to draw. Can all the drawing be so cumbersome that always we have to draw these planes? No, it cannot be. Then it is no point doing all this. Then what we do? So that can be explained by, suppose I have this model of the plane. So you have the plane, you have the x-axis, you have the y-axis and you have the z-axis towards you. So this is similar as this object. Similar, ऐसे ही कुछ है. You are seeing it like this. So these are the plane, the reference plane, which are basically you see, which are at 90 degree to you. The reference plane. XZ plane and YZ plane and XZ plane are at 90 degree to each other like this. There are two planes. Now, which is the first quadrant? This one. The object is placed here, and where are you looking it from? You are looking it from this side and from the top. How will you look at it from the top? What you can see of this object? You can see a circle or a dot formed here. On this plane, what you can see? You can see a rectangle or a line like this. If you are looking from this side, you can see a line here. If you are looking from the top, you can see a point here. Now the thing is that how can we draw this in a sheet of paper? Because this itself is again three-dimensional. Is it not so? This itself is again three-dimensional. इसको पेपर में बनाएंगे कैसे बनाएंगे? So we have to convert this into two dimension. This three-dimensional geometry will convert it into two dimension. How can we do that? We do that by something known as opening up of the plane. The joint here is acting like a pivot joint. जो दरवाजा भी नहीं होता, pivot joint is a rotating joint. Like we have in our elbow, the pivot joint here. It rotates. In a pivot joint, P-I-V-O-T, pivot joint, things rotate. Like door, window, your elbow, arm. So here also this is a pivot joint, it rotates. So what happens here? To convert this from three dimension to two dimension, we simply rotate it. But there is a law of rotation of plane. The law of rotation of plane says that it should rotate clockwise. Clockwise. Okay? Not anti-clockwise. It should rotate clockwise. When this rotates clockwise, you see it rotates clockwise. This horizontal plane will come down. So these two planes of the first quadrant are basically this vertical plane and this horizontal plane. This horizontal plane is moving down. So what is happening? These two planes, this one and this one, they are opening up. These two planes are opening up. Simultaneously, these two planes are also opening up. However, the second quadrant and the fourth quadrant gets closed in the process. Is it clear? There is a law of rotation of plane. When the planes rotate, they rotate clockwise. And when you rotate it clockwise, what happens? The first quadrant opens up, you see, and the third quadrant here, it opens up. The first quadrant here and the third quadrant here, they open up. However, the second and the fourth quadrant, they close. They are closing. They are closed. So, whatever image of this object was formed here will come on the top. That is, object on the vertical plane is always above and the object on the horizontal plane is below, because the horizontal plane has opened up and came below. This very thing is known as first angle projection. This is known as first angle projection. In India, the drawings are standardized. Everywhere in the world, the process of drawing, drafting is standardized, such that it is readable all across. Not only say you are drawing here something and somebody is unable to read or understand your drawing somewhere else, that is not acceptable. For the drawings to be understandable, readable by other person other than you, the thing required is the drawing should follow a standard format. Now, these standard formats in India is guided by Bureau of Indian Standard, BIS. Now, BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards, of drawing, standardization of drawing and all, they have guided that here in India we follow first angle projection only. So first angle projection, the image is formed as the object is positive, the image formed is also positive. That means you are in the first quadrant, positive, positive. यहाँ क्या है? This is positive, this is positive. यहाँ पे this is positive, this is negative. Here both the things are in negative, and here this is negative, this is yet again positive. तो ये negative positive they get cancelled. They get cancelled. देखो cancel हो जा रहे हैं. The third, second and fourth quadrant they are cancelling each other. They are overlapping each other. Overlap हो जाने पे second quadrant closes, fourth quadrant closes, they overlap and they cancel. एक के ऊपर एक image form हो जाता है. Suppose ये image यहाँ है तो यहाँ पे भी है. They get overlapped and cancelled. So never we take second angle or fourth angle projection. It is nowhere taken. It is not a valid projection. Two types of projection are taken. Projection on the first quadrant and projection on the third quadrant. In US, America, they follow third quadrant. There the horizontal plane goes up. This opens, the horizontal plane goes up. जैसे यहाँ पे, this is the horizontal plane. It is going up. Vertical plane is below. So image on the horizontal plane is on the top, on the vertical plane it is below. But in India, because we follow Bureau of Indian Standards and it guides us that we follow first angle projection only, because the image formed is also in positive. Unlike third angle where images are in negative. So we take images in positive, so the vertical plane remains up, horizontal plane goes below. So whatever is drawn in horizontal plane, it remains below, and on the vertical plane it remains up. Okay. On the horizontal plane, whatever image is formed, you are looking at it from the top. If you remember, you are looking at it from the top, such that the name of the image formed here is known as top view or plan. This image is known as top view, or we call it as plan. And the image formed here on the vertical plane, since you are looking it from the front, this is known as the front view. Or we call it as elevation. Front view or elevation. So the image on the vertical plane is known as front view or elevation, and image on the horizontal plane is known as top view or plan. The top view or plan is always below the elevation. Remember, the plan in India is always below the elevation. Is it clear?